Whenever I meet people who are wise, they have a certain lightness about them. They don't seem to take life too seriously. And this is something I'm guilty of. I oftentimes take life very seriously. I take my job very seriously. I take my relationships very seriously, but in a way that makes it kind of heavy. And one friend comes to mind. He always has this lightness. Whether something positive, negative happens to him, there seems to be a certain grace that he goes through with in life. And I think that is the place I want to get to more, to that state of wisdom where I'm not so dependent on outside circumstances, or in other words, I don't trust so much my thoughts about my surroundings all the time, because that's what I do. I take my thinking really really seriously. I think when I feel bad, like, oh, why do I feel bad? Oh, let me really dive into there. And what I see time and time again, it's like the metaphor of the clouds and the sky. Whenever, like, my thoughts are the clouds and they pass by. Heavy thoughts, they pass by. Light thoughts, they pass by. But there is something behind it, and that's like kind of the blue sky or the universe, or the sun, let's say. And this kind of constant doesn't care about what the sky or what the clouds look like. I can always trust that whenever I have some negative thoughts, I can trust that positive thoughts will come along at some point. And this gives me a gives me a, some hope. It gives me hope when I feel down, that I know that I'm now 38 years old, and it always, like, my state of mind always came back to some kind of balance at some point. And sometimes it doesn't look like that. Sometimes it looks like, oh, this feeling will stay forever. But so far, it never did. So far, there was always light at the end of the tunnel. So far, there was always sun after those clouds. And I feel if we as humans, if I, but also we as humans would realize that more, that we have this innate health in us that always guides us back to this clarity, this self-correcting system that seems to be at work, as long as we let it work itself out, I think we would, we as a society would do much less harm to each other. That sounds maybe kind of hippie-like, but it's a thought that came up for me. So I wish you a great time, and I see you soon for another episode. Bye.